What are you doing here?
I am a magician of fire, a priest of our god, Innos. This shrine is consecrated to him, the highest god, the creator of the fire and lord of justice. People come to me in order to pray to Innos and be blessed. And for a small donation, you can get many useful things from me.
Okay, bless me.
Bless me.
I bless you in the name of Innos. May the Lord's fire burn in your heart and give you the strength to act according to his justice.
So apparently, if you need the blessing in the beginning of the game for Thorben, then you might as well go here and get the blessing for free instead of getting ripped off by that hypocrite in the marketplace. Let's see what
Show
he
me
has.
your wares.
Oh, some healing potions, some mana potions, bit of scrolls, bit of pitch, and yeah, that's all magician stuff. We didn't need that.
May Innos watch over you always.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Alright. And if you're wondering what this is, these green lights, which I actually really like, I won't tell you, haha! No, I will tell you in due time, because it's part of a quest later. So, whoa. Yeah. It is... should I just tell you now? Yeah, I can. I can tell you now. Wait, there it is. The green lights are part of a quest that is, I think if you have to retrieve an artifact, but I'm not quite sure. Maybe I'm telling stupid things now. Sorry. Also, I shouldn't spoil the story. So, yeah. Let's just pretend that the green glowing lights around here are because there is the monastery and so many mages and magic in the air. Let's just pretend it's like this. Alright, it's getting late.
Nothing to be had there.
Where is the third one? I killed 3 of you, I know it.
Nothing to plunder.
Oh, over there. Alright, something back here. Something. Anything? No. Nothing. Nothing here. And this is why it's lagging so much. A lot of water. And this bridge actually leads to the monastery. I think there's some special music coming up. Quite impressive, innit? I certainly think so. Let's have a talk with you.
Welcome to the monastery of Innos, stranger. I am Brother Pedro, a humble servant of Innos and the warder of the gate to the holy monastery. What is it you require?
Tell me about life in the monastery.
We live in the monastery in order to serve Innos. We novices perform the work and study the scriptures when we have the opportunity. The magicians watch over us, and they explore the arts of magic.
I want to enter the monastery.
Only the servants of Innos are allowed to enter the monastery. If you want to pray to Innos, go find one of the roadside shrines. You will find the tranquility to pray there.
I already did.
What do I have to do to be accepted in the monastery?
If you want to be accepted into the Brotherhood of Innos, you must learn and obey the rules of the monastery. Besides that, we require an offering to Innos from every new novice, a sheep and 1,000 gold pieces.
Now, that's a whole lot of gold.
I like how he
It is a
says
sign
that.
that you are beginning a new life as a servant of Innos. When you are accepted, you will be forgiven all your previous transgressions.
Oh.
And consider, you cannot take back the decision to become a servant of Innos.
well, we did quite some bad stuff in the past, so that is quite an offer. Oh, there are rules?
What are the rules you live by?
Innos is the god of truth and justice, and thus we may never lie or commit a crime. Should you transgress against a brother of the community or steal our property, you will pay a penalty for it. Innos is also the god of law and fire. As a novice, you must show obedience and respect to all magicians of fire.
I see.
Furthermore, it is the duty of a novice to carry out all the work in the monastery for the good of the community. If you are prepared to follow these rules and have the offering to Innos, we are willing to accept you into our monastery as a novice.
So, as you can see, thank you, Pedro, we cannot enter the monastery just now, it's closed. And it's getting dark, so we will return now. As you can see, there are no real quests that you have to do in order to become part of this faction. Instead, you have to get a lot of money, for which, of course, you have to do other quests. So, kind of, it's the same thing, just that you are more free to decide which quests to do in order to get all this money. That's it. I showed you the 3 different factions and what you basically have to do in order to become part of one of them. I would advise you to always do it like this, to visit all of the 3 groups and do all the quests in the beginning, because that way you will have a lot more experience in the beginning. You learn a lot about the world and the different factions and can make up your mind on what to do. For now, I will return to the city, to my master just now. Just tell him what I've done so far and ask him how he's been. And yeah, spend the night there and sleep over this whole thing. And tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow will be the next big decision day. I think the last one, because after that there are no real big decisions anymore in this game. The story is kind of well tight and kind of similar for everyone, starting at chapter 2, I think. But first, when we join one of the 3 factions, we have to do some more quests that are only available for that faction. So yeah, there's a bit more to do. For now, we will sleep over this whole thing, think about it, try to make up our mind. And yeah, as I said, tomorrow everything will change. And yeah, I didn't tell you so far which group I will join. I gave some hints, and for those of you who know this game, it's quite obvious which one I would choose. I think. Well, regarding the advice, no, not advice. The hints I gave you. For those of you new to the game, well, please leave a guess beneath this video, because I'm quite curious what you think. Who will I join? Either the militia around here, becoming a paladin later, and becoming a paladin and having some runes, but basically fighting with the sword. Quite an honorable path. But then again, the militia was kind of mean to me. Second, the mercenaries, which I don't much like, and I've never played for them before, so I don't really know how it is like. They don't use any magic. They are just fighting with their bare hands, with weapons, of course, but they don't use any magic. Tricks, and
so why won't they listen to me?
I never talk to you, right? I might as well
Show me your wares.
have a look at this. Oh, apples! Thanks. Or the mages, the fire mages, which I joined several times in the past. They of course use basically magic and no hand-to-hand combat. There was this ugly incident with the first mage that we met, and of course they need quite a lot of gold, and I don't know if we actually have that much. Yeah, those are the three factions. Please leave a guess which one I will join now. What time is it? Alright, it's getting dark and...
Hey, you! What can...
I can sell.
Can you... No, you can't. You are worthless. Yeah, because I forgot to mention that earlier when I first became apprentice to Harrod. Actually, Brian, I think, is not sleeping in this house because he's not his apprentice anymore. Although he's working here, but yeah, he's not actually. He is, I think, he's standing all night over there somewhere, talking to some other people. Now, if we enter this house, Howard is not going to be pissed anymore, because we are not violating any rules. We are actually allowed to go in here. And if you have a look at this, you see that there are 3 beds here. Now you might think that Howard and his wife are sleeping over here, but Howard has no wife. At least she's not shown anywhere. So yeah, 3 beds, and we are 3 guys. So even if Brian would sleep somewhere around here, there would still be an empty bed that one could use. So we will actually do that. We will use this bed for now. First time we sleep somewhere else than in the hotel. Let's just prepare a bit of food for tomorrow. Alright. Enough. And I thank all you guys for watching and for yeah, bearing this with me so far. I really hope you enjoyed it. As I said, tomorrow everything will change. Believe me. Because joining one of the faction means, as we just heard from Pedro, joining one of the factions means actually following the rules that faction well offers. And that means for the mages and for the paladins that we have to, well, live an honorable life, not lie, not steal, help the poor and innocent and stuff. And for the mercenaries, it means, well, beating everybody up who doesn't share our opinion. Everything will change tomorrow. And until then, I hope you have a good night's sleep, and I'll see you guys tomorroghty night.